welcome everybody to the premiere episode of the Running the Gauntlet podcast. Everything feels fresh. Everything feels fresh. We got new linen. We got furniture. I took a bath. He took a bath.
Nigga, you haven't taken a bath for the last 200 episodes?
He hasn't. Since 2015 is the Royal Rumble.
God damn.
I told you to pick a number, not to completely sacrifice the rest of your life after that. Jesus.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
You better got between. No, I ain't gonna say that.
Whoa. As long as you took care of your feet. Yeah. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but we got a lot to talk about, yo. Running down this gauntlet, nigga. We got Raw, which I didn't see because I was sleeping. SmackDown, which I didn't see because I was sleeping. We got the Ufkas, and we got the Royal Rumble coming up this week.
Watched it. Wait,
and we got a new person.
Yeah, we have a returning person.
Yeah, Rex all the way in the background, and let me get rid of this background music.
Yeah, because I was just rapping the whole time. Shit.
Yeah.
So Rex is out there, chilling in Virginia. He used to be in OTH for a bit. Now, we're going to have him around a lot more often. Mostly live shows and whenever we talk about MMA and stuff, because we mostly watch MMA together. Yeah.
The live shows this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I don't know if we'll be able to do live. We'll record.
Yeah. I haven't edited those two fucking live shits we did.
It's been a long time.
Cultaholic does it. It's okay. That's my defense.
It's been a long time since I've been here, and I'm glad that I'm back. Like I said, I'm gonna be more in the chill, in the cut. I'm gonna throw my 2 cents every now and then, because my work schedule's crazy, so I don't get to watch wrestling as much as I want to. But if we're talking about MMA, I'm there, and I will throw my 2 cents in wrestling when it comes. But I'm here, and it's glad to be back, gentlemen. Thank you for welcoming me back, and let's have a good show.
No problem. You sound like a caller, which is funny.
We are now live on WBBB 775. How you doing? No, I'm good. But yeah, no, man, I'm excited, and man, let's get down to it, gentlemen. What we talking about?
We're gonna talk about everything and anything, starting last Saturday.
Oh, with the
Ufkas. We're gonna talk
Ufkas?
about UFC, the Ultimate Fighters of Championships, or the Ultimate Fighting of Championships that are determined in 34 seconds. Oh, was it 34 seconds? 28 seconds?
Yeah, I think it was 34.
Shit. Well, before we get to that, I want to talk about Paige Van Zandt and Rachel Ostovich.
Oh,
that
nigga.
was the fight I was excited about the most.
Yeah,
that
but
was my main event.
there was a controversy behind the order of shit on that event.
Yeah.
Because right after her fight.
No, not right after,
what was that?
But later.
The same card, yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was just on the same card because, Rachel Ostovich was in a domestic violence thing where her husband beat her or whatever. And also on the same card, somebody who beat his wife.
Got to fight.
Yeah, was on the same card in the main event when he was kind of
pretty much
pretty
much tainted.
I wouldn't say tainted, but
it just shows he can't seem to beat people up where it counts.
But he did. It's just that he got disqualified, but he was winning the fight beforehand.
Yeah, the knee. But does that count as a loss now?
Yeah, it does count as a loss, but at the same time, I want to say, I don't like that people... Here's the thing. People going to think I'm... people who know me I don't defend people just because they black. But if anybody else, that hears about this, hears me say it, they going to think I'm defending him because he black. But no, it's just the fact that I don't like the fact that people are shitting on him because as someone who's new in MMA, he fucked up and threw an illegal knee because he saw the dude pick one foot up and thought it was good to knee him.
Yeah.
And then all I saw,
like it was intentional.
All I saw on Twitter about it was he obviously did it on person. He's a piece of shit. Once a piece of shit, always a piece of shit. He's never going to change. He doesn't deserve a second chance in the spotlight. And that's all I heard. Almost unanimously on Twitter.
Even when he reacted at the end, when they were checking on him, everything, I don't think he...
I agree. No, I agree 100%. I think what D Black is saying is 100% true. Just seeing how the fight went down, it didn't seem intentional, bro. Because it was just like how the fight went down was. It was starting off kind of smooth, and then like when they stopped it, because D Black. Remember when I was like, they stopped it? I was so shocked because I was like,
because you was wondering why he stopped it, and I was like, yeah, he's getting DQ'd.
And that's when I was asking questions because it's like for somebody like me with UFC, I'm still kind of new to UFC myself, so I ask questions and try to figure some things out, and I didn't even know that. So like that kind of threw me off because it was like just by his body language, because I've studied psychology, it didn't, like you said, it didn't seem like it was intentional. So it was, I don't know. I felt weird about it too. I felt weird about it too.
Yeah, but at the same time, because of the way that the ref reacted to him throwing an illegal knee, I feel like the referee was one of those people that don't feel like he deserved a second chance either. Because he just seemed really pissed off. Like, I've seen people accidentally throw an illegal knee before, and the ref doesn't get, like, pissed off like that. He just tossed him off, yo, and, like, seemed mad pissed off that he threw that knee.
Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I think to kind of carry on the point, like I would say the same thing because like with the refs, I don't know what the hell the refs was on that night. Because I mean, I don't mean to jump off subject to like what you were saying, but the judo fight as well. Like I was surprised about that shit. Like I was like, sir, what are the refs on tonight? Like I didn't get it. I was confused.
No, seeing the fight, I understood why he stopped it, but at the same time, like, I can still see what people were talking about when they were just like.
I feel that it's weird that I'm agreeing with Dana White and anything.
Really?
But he even mentioned how it was a championship fight. You know, like
yeah,
at least a little bit. I'm not saying just leave him there. You know, risk brain trauma or something like that. But a couple more seconds or like a little bit of a leeway, and if not, then forget it. Because he was getting rocked, but he was still.
Yeah, he was still trying to fight, but at the same time, I saw him literally get dropped 3 times from punches, though.
No, see, and you said that too that night. He was like, yo, because remember I was like, why did he stop the fight? And he was like, bro, he got rocked. And I was like, no, but like, he kept getting rocked. Like, I saw him get rocked. I did see that. But honestly, I've seen fights where, can I curse here? I don't know that. Okay. I just want to be clear.
Fuck, nigga.
I've seen motherfuckers get rocked, and you think the fight is over, and they get back up and then knock that person per se out. So it's like, you know, we don't know what could have really happened in that situation. But in the same sense, like, no, I agree with what y'all saying, but I think the fight could have kept going, bro. I really do. That's just my 2 cents, though.
It could, like, the main example that I can think of that somebody who got dropped that many times, like, early on in the fight, and managed to come back and look strong in the fight was Frankie Edgar, like, back in the day against Gray Maynard. Because he got his ass whooped the first round, like, badly got his ass whooped.
Did we not watch Glover get starched and they let that go?
Yeah.
He was limp.
Yeah.
Glover to share.
Welcome, Trav, to RTG.
Welcome, Trav. Yeah, you was nowhere to be.
I've been here.
When he was fighting Carl Robertson.
I know, but you missed the official intro. So.
Glover.
No, I heard it.
Nah, nigga, just because you heard it, don't miss it.
That man's name is Glover.
That's what I'm saying. So that's my point. I've seen a couple UFC fights. I wish I could name some people, but I'm going like blank right now. But I've seen a couple fights where people have got rocked and they come back and they're like, yeah, fuck that shit, man. So like, in my personal opinion, I think the fight could have kept going. I think that they should definitely do a second fight. You know, I think because to me, I like both of them. I like Sugito and I like Dillashaw.
That's what I wanted to talk next about the rematch because, well, Henry Cejudo wants the lightweight division, the flyweight division, to continue.
Yeah.
Wants it to survive and all that. However, for the rematch, he proposed that he goes to TJ's weight class.
Yeah, because that's because this time around he put his title on the line against Dillashaw. The record book show.
You don't see that a lot.
Yeah, the record book show that Cejudo defended his championship. Why should Dillashaw have all the advantage going into another rematch and get another opportunity at a second title?
I I wish Mayweather thought like that, but that's not.
Yeah.
But if he goes on to face TJ, what does that leave the flyweight? What if he wins? Where does that leave the flyweight division?
If he
I
vacates
don't know.
that title, they
Yeah.
might just get rid of
That's
the
what I'm saying.
division.
Yeah, like it's
That's
hard
just
for
that
someone to
competition
say. Like it's hard for someone to say, you know, I'm trying to keep this division alive. But what if he wins in TJ's weight class?
He
Then
can
what?
attempt to defend both belts, but that
Just going up and down.
never happens for anybody who
Yeah.
tries to do that.
Like, oof. Going up and down weight classes to keep the division alive?
Because the way I looked at it is the way that champions usually defend their belts, I would say they usually do it at least 1 or 2 times a year. So at that point, he would probably have to be fighting an average of 3 times a year or vacate one of the belts.
Right. It's tough. Like I was wondering that after that post match. I'm like, what does that leave the flyweight division?
Yeah, but Dillashaw wants
It just
another
depends
shot at
on what's his
125.
natural weight.
Mhm.
If his natural weight is like in the middle of that, then it's not really a problem
Yeah.
for him. But the
True.
issue comes in when you're fighting people who are just bigger than you.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, but then there's
So
also
those
the
are
issue
little.
of you're stopping anybody else from getting like a championship challenger's pay for a fight for another division if you're going to focus more on one division than the other one. And people gotta wait for when you ready to fight if they want to get a shot at a belt.
You like, you gonna fight me when I'm ready, man.
Jesus.
Say what?
Fight
You
me
gonna
I'm
fight him when
ready.
you're ready, nigga.
You don't fight him when you ready, nigga.
Nah.
Damn.
Fuck. That was like fucking GSP. Son, he was defending one belt when he was in his prime and usually fought like either only once or twice a year.
Yep.
Like that was the thing about him, yo. So I don't know. I would have to look at exactly how many times fighters usually fight. I feel like most of the like besides Daniel Cormier, I don't feel like any of the other champions in the UFC. Well, Cormier and Tyron Woodley, I feel like the rest of them haven't been defending their belts like that, mainly because of injury.
But yeah, then people bitch about the interim title.
Yeah.
They throw those up there. Like, man, don't nobody want to watch these niggas fight. Just give them a title fight or strip the other guy. That's what it literally comes down
Yeah.
to.
That's the tough thing about UFC. It's like some dude wins the interim championship. You're like, yeah, it's exciting, but now he has to face the other champion.
You're the paper champion.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Yeah, it almost feels like like a second step. Like you won that, but then you still have to face the actual champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the bad.
Like I don't like the new UFC structure just because it feels like every single time they have an interim champion, they make a interim belt because they need something to fill a pay-per-view card and make like the main event feel important.
True.
Because
That's true.
like it ends up coming down to their champion is out and they like, okay, we don't have the championship fight, but we need a championship fight to be able to sell this pay-per-view and keep it on pay-per-view.
That's the bad thing about it. Like they just keep things going, and I don't know.
Part of it is UFC's own fault. They create these log jams.
Yeah.
They pretty much let fighters pick and choose when they want to fight. Like it should be like how like boxing is, where you have, you got a mandatory fight. Like you have to fight this guy, or you dropping the belt. Pick one.
Oh, they've
UFC
been
keeps up-
doing that lately. That's like the thing about it. Like as much as I don't like him, Kobe Covington was technically the interim champion, and he was supposed to fight Tyron, but then he got hurt. They made him drop the interim belt, and then they've been stopping him from being able to get the fight against Tyron. Do I like Kobe? No. Do I think because of what he's been doing in the division, should he have the shot against Tyron? Yeah.
Yeah. Do I think he's gonna get smoked? Of
Yeah.
course. But the fight needs to happen. It's just like all this bullshit at lightweight.
I just like that UFC has like the Goro. of like if you don't take the fight, you get taken to a lair and there's Barbosa, like just waiting there in full gear, ready to just fuck you
Ready
up.
to kick the fucking
Yeah,
off.
like I love that. Like,
Yeah,
it's just like
unless you're Khabib, then Khabib
Yeah,
will
Khabib-
fuck up Barbosa. Like,
Khabib was like Kintaro. And he's like, oh no, I'm like Shao Kahn here. I'm just gonna fuck you up. That's it, no problem. I fought
Feel the
bears.
hammer. Pause.
I fought bears. I fought bears. What else I wanted to talk about UFC? Oh, Donald Cerrone calls out McGregor,
yeah.
and McGregor's all for it.
Oh yeah, he is for it. Too,
McGregor
yeah.
is all for the fight, and I'm
Hopefully,
excited. If this does go, I'm really,
Yeah.
I really want to see this fight.
Talk about his family and his cousins.
Well, he can't. Ain't nothing really to say about Donald Cerrone.
Yeah. I was like, here's the thing, like, I don't know much about Donald Cerrone
Yeah.
personally. All people who are fans of MMA know is that this nigga fights a lot, and that's why
Yeah, he
people
does.
like him. Yeah.
Yeah, me and D-Block said that the other time. Like,
He's
D-Block was
34
like,
and 11.
people usually, I mean, people usually fight like
35 and 11.
times,
Oh, now 35.
a year, and he fights like 4 or 5.
Yeah, he fights like 4 to 5 times a year.
Cause he takes like every fight. It's like soon as somebody pull out, he be like, oh, I'll fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always
See,
ready to
that's a
fight.
troop, bro. That's a trooper right there. Like, you don't get too many of them because, like, for the most part, you gotta understand, like, it's training.
Yeah,
The fact
but
that someone
sometimes that's how
is-
you get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're right. You are right, though. You are absolutely right. Because you're taking all those chances. But the fact that he takes those chances, whether or not he knows he's going to get a dub or an L, shows that he has charisma, he has spirit, bro. So I commend that guy. I really
Like,
do.
cause he had this one stretch where he fought Masvidal, Robbie Lawler, and Darren Till, and lost all those fights, like in a row.
Yeah, because he just wanted to take some fights. But there
Yeah,
were,
he was just like, I just want to fight.
yeah. Like when I remember originally when UFC announced that they had signed him to a 10-fight deal, and they was like, okay, he gonna be done with that shit in like 2 years.
Yeah. As soon as be done with that shit, quick.
Like Cerrone is just always fighting, son.
And he had time to have a baby.
hmm
Hey man,
He had time to be a father.
And then after he became a father, that's when he started going back to winning a lot.
Yeah.
Well, he's won twice in a row, but still, that's since the baby been born.
It's the power of the baby. Baby power. We're gonna talk about the main event sparring exhibition session we had later that night in boxing.
Oh, fucking
oh boy,
Pacquiao and
Adrian
Broner's
fucking
stupid
Broner.
ass.
That man
Yo.
was out there.
The joke me and my boy Eric have, we just call Adrian Broner the Troy Ave of fucking
Damn.
boxing.
He
It
was
doesn't
so-
matter what he does, he just takes an L doing it.
He was so convinced. Oh, everybody's against me. I clearly won that fight. He made a cheeseburger analogy the day after. I'm like,
I was like,
You
I was
talking
just
about Broner, right?
disappointed. Yeah, I was just disappointed with the way he handled that post-fight interview.
Mhm.
How he was
Yeah.
talking to dude, like he was like, look, we're gonna conduct this interview, you know,
Yeah.
with some class, and he's like, look, nigga, and it's like, yo, man, come on,
I mean, but
That's
that's who
really
he
stop.
is, though.
Stop.
That's who, not to kind of base him down like that, but his whole swagger and his how he presents himself, that's the type of person he is, bro. Like, the fact that, you know, and it's no disrespect to him, because once again, we are just, you know, we got to talk our shit.
yeah, but
What
time and
fight?
place.
What fight?
oh, my
was he
shit
looking
was,
at? What fight was he looking at?
my
He said he
shit
got to do it
had
for
me
the hood.
dying.
What
Like
hood?
that interview I had him. He's like, you're 3-3-7. You're 3-3-1 in your last 7.
He's like, I'll
fights.
be 7-0 and you in 7
I'll be
fights.
7-0
He's like, yeah.
against you. That wouldn't mean much.
Yeah.
Just leaves. Well, that wouldn't mean very much. Thank you for your time. Just
Bro,
leaves.
I think the hood good, man. Like,
Yeah, I love for the hood. I did this for the hood.
I think the hood's like, nah, fam, you good.
Yeah, that was straight
No,
up.
I won.
There were legit hood niggas on Twitter,
Yeah,
like
dude,
legit hood
yeah.
niggas on Twitter that all unanimously said, we rejecting you right now.
Bro, they gave him the conceited face. They're like,
The conceited
I
face.
don't know about that
I don't
one,
think so,
Like,
bro.
yeah, he was getting punched like a punching bag. Like, there was times he was blocking, and I'm like, yo, oh, punch yourself. Like, what are you doing? Like,
The only
so-
time I saw him like active really was round 6.
Yeah, it had a little
That
bit
was
of.
like his most. That was like his most active round. I think that would like honestly like one of like what 2 rounds that he won in
Yeah.
the fight.
Everything else was just
He just stood there and got punched. Like,
Yeah.
Sorry, it was like no effort was really put into that fight. Because I've seen a few of his fights, but I was like, when I watched that fight, it was like he wasn't even there, bro. It was like a vessel that was there.
He's like,
he was just like, you know, all right, let's do
Just
this.
a body,
Like,
just a shell.
his style is like Mayweather, but the problem is he's not as smart of a fighter as Mayweather.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work out for him.
The technique is not Mayweather.
No,
There were
not
a
at
few
all.
times I've seen him. He was looking to the side of the ring, and I'm like, nigga, what are you looking at?
I think he was looking for the clock.
Yeah,
I think
and
he
Mayweather
was
was there
looking
too. Mayweather was in attendance just watching
I
that.
think he was looking.
Mayweather was laughing.
I think he was like, "Help me,
Nigga.
help
Yeah.
Help me.
I don't know what was going on, bro. Because it was just like
And I'm
watching that fight was like, damn, son, like what's really going on right now? Because like the last couple fights Pacquiao had, he had some dubs, he had some L's, but like I didn't know what to really think in this situation. But the fact that he took that dub shows you that Pacquiao's still here, bro, and he's not really trying to go nowhere. So
That was his first fight at age 40.
Pacquiao, 40 years old.
His first fight at age
40,
40.
and still throwing punches, still throwing barrage punches like he had an anime or some shit, bro. Like, come on, bro.
That's always been his style, though.
Mhm.
That's always been a volume puncher. Like, his
Aren't they
style
trying
is
to?
weird.
Isn't there a rumor saying that they might have him face Mayweather again? They might do that shit again.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And Mayweather just gonna beat the dog shit out that man. That's
If he do it again, I just hope that he really trains like he ain't got like it's his last day on earth, bro. Because I would love to see him take a dub, but it's just let's be honest, Mayweather versus Pacquiao. I would love to see it, but it's like, bro, let's be honest. As much as Mayweather like blows me, he's a really smart fighter, bro. Like, he knows how to save his energy, right? He knows how to save his energy, and he knows how to preserve his energy, dance around the person, and if he gets inside, that's it. Just like don't let that man get close, bro. So I don't know. Let's hope. Let's hope. Yeah, if somebody could, if someone could match Floyd Mayweather's energy, and they knew the techniques as much as he knows his own technique, he would have a challenge. And he's had a few challenges, but it's hard, bro. It's really hard. We'll see. If it happens again, I want to root for Pacquiao, but I don't know what's going to happen.
Nigga, I don't feel like Mayweather's actually had a challenge since the fucking which fight? The De La Hoya fight.
The De La Hoya fight? What, you think that was a challenge? The De La Hoya fight?
That was
For him, yeah.
2007, 2008. Around there?
Since Tenshin Nasukawa.
What year was that?
Man, that should have never happened, man. He had that boy crying.
Tenshin. Yeah, it made Tenshin cry.
Had that boy
Bro, even
crying.
that fight was...
He made Tenshin.
Yeah, that was May 5th, 07. And I can say honestly, yeah, that's probably the last time he had a challenge.
Yo, when you look at Mayweather versus Nasukawa, son, he gave Conor McGregor more respect than he gave Nasukawa, son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he also wasn't like 30 pounds
Yeah.
bigger than Nasukawa.
That man just went up.
Like, yo, like,
all wrong.
But you got to think about how that affected his confidence, because he's like, yo, I ain't
Yeah.
down here. Like,
I mean, I feel like
completely
Ryzen.
destroyed.
I mean, this is like late, super late, but I feel like Ryzen never should have did that anyway, because that's their guy.
Yeah.
Aside
I'm like,
from
why would you
Kyoji
put
Horiguchi,
the guy up
that's
there
their guy.
to get
And
beat the fuck
Kyoji
up?
beat, and he beat Kyoji, who's their other guy. So now he's supposed to be like, I guess, the ace of Ryzen. And he's like, all right, you're gonna go against Mayweather and just get molly-whopped. Before, like, not even not even 2 minutes.
Yeah, not even.
yeah, dude
Yeah.
got his ass
And
whooped,
then-
son.
Oh my
that
God.
kind of
And then-
ruins. Like, I know it doesn't count towards the record or anything.
But still,
It
takes
kind of
a-
ruins
that's
like the
sad.
aura and the
You talking about what was the dude's name?
Tenshin Nasukawa.
Yeah, no, I think, what kind of pissed me off about that was the fact that he dropped out at one point, and
Oh,
then
Floyd,
he came
yeah.
back, and then it was like, it's just a boxing match. It's like, bro, if you're gonna stoop to his level, go all out. Fuck that, bro, because it's just
He
like...
dropped out
he
saying
would
it was a
never-
private exhibition, and
That's what I'm
then
saying. He would never fight Conor McGregor in an MMA fight. You know, that's suicide. Like, it's the same thing with homie. Like,
I don't know.
Yo,
Conor
but-
McGregor fight would be standing up because he ain't got no ground game.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it would still be a strike game.
Yeah, but the thing is, he would have to learn how to condition himself to defend against kicks too. But the thing that I was telling my boy Terrell was like he was talking about the fight, and then I just went and told him, I was like, yo, the way that fight went, Mayweather might as well just agree to a kickboxing match because it looked like he still would have won.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
Intention is a kickboxer.
Cause that's what I thought for a second. Like, cause I think me and Manny was talking about this, and Manny was like, yeah, like, at one point, it was like, bro, he's really gonna fight him. And like we kind of thought like, okay, they was about to get done, bro. But like then when he got down and then came back and it's like, oh, it's just a boxing match. We were kind of like, oh, well, see, oh man, like, what is this? What is this? Like, it was
a guy, man.
Right.
Hurt
And then
like that.
it doesn't make it any better that after that fight, and then Mayweather's doing his little press run after the fight. And they're like, oh, did you like train for this? He's like, no.
No.
Yeah.
He's like, damn.
yeah.
All he did was press.
Oh, wait,
All he did was talk. Yeah.
Yeah, the way he showed up for everything, it showed, he didn't train for it.
Yeah, he just did it. They're like, fuck it.
On the real, and I went and said it was reminiscent. The way that Floyd approached fighting Nasukawa, I said it was reminiscent to the way that John Jones fought Chael Sonnen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you see enough of their fights, they usually approach like starting off a fight a specific way, and then for those fights, they just threw their original game plan out the window and was just like, yeah, fuck it, I got this.
So is Floyd Mayweather the greatest fighter of his time?
In the weight classes that he compete in, I would say
Yeah, in the weight class that he's
I don't know enough about boxing.
I don't know enough about boxing either, but I'll still say
there really hasn't been any like big boxing stars. Like basically since like De La Hoya retired, it's been Pacquiao.
Yeah, but
and
hasn't
Floyd.
like this, was it the CBR or some shit or something? Whatever big organization controls it, hasn't boxing been like a mess?
It's been a mess.
Yeah. It's like it's not organized and they're trying to get back to it.
There's too many belts, there's too many sanctioning bodies.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, and there's too many belts there's too many belts just in between one sanctioning body to begin with. And then you have all these different organizations that are supposed to be like the top organizations, and then they have too many belts split off too, and it's all in the same weight classes too.
Because I was hearing some old heads in my gym, they was talking about that shit, how like boxing's a mess and shit.
It is.
Some old head.
Yeah.
I mean, he's right though.
Think about it,
like
when you can go look it up and break it down by weight class, and you see like there'll be 5 major belts, and then there's still extra belts on top of those.
They'll have like the Diamond Champion and the Lineal Champion and the fucking Super Champion and
that's per weight class.
Yeah.
Like it's just too much. Like they need to condense.
Yeah.
Get some structure.
I agree.
But the thing is, the problem is, I'm going to have to compare them to the like MMA. I don't know how the rest of the MMA organizations had their contract set up, but I know with UFC because I've heard it from Chael Sonnen, and he was just like, the UFC set up so that you're contractually obligated to take whatever the second fight is that they offer you. So if they offer you one fight, you gotta take the second one, or else they can terminate your contract.
Yo, so let me ask you a question. What do you think is more popular, MMA or boxing?
MMA.
Boxing.
I
feel like boxing still gets a lot of.
If you're talking
about the money with the,
it's not even close.
With the top tier stars,
yeah, boxing.
I say popularity though, like to me personally, like David, I think MMA is popular. But if we talk about money,
when you see an MMA event sell out like the Wembley Arena, then we'll talk about it because they don't. They don't do numbers like that.
You're probably right with the big but like you said, there's no big sanctioning body. There's like they're all over the place.
The problem is whenever MMA has stars, the stars are separated between like 4 different like mad far apart in weight classes. So there's no point in time that the stars are actually going to fight each other, so they're not going to have those giant sellouts like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true. But
I'd
it's
much
like,
rather watch MMA.
but it's not as
Yeah.
spread out. It's not as spread out like boxing is, though.
Yeah, boxing. I can't keep up with all those belts.
I
And
can't go either.
It goes
I be
from
confused.
115 up to like 240.
'Cause I just hear like
then
WBO,
there's-
WBC. I'm like,
WBO, WBA, WBC.
What was
then
it,
those are the
IBF?
major ones. The
Was it?
IBF.
Yeah.
And then you got dudes coming out with like 8 belts. I'm like,
Yeah.
is he defending or is he trying to win another
Which one's
one?
his?
And then
Yeah, it was-
when the fight is over and they say who the hell's still a champion, it's like,
yeah, I'm just
who,
like,
whose belt was on the line?
And still the WBO, WBF,
Yeah, I'm just
like,
IBO.
and I just see his whole team holding all the belts. Like, which one is that one?
So, do you think boxing needs like a UFC sanctioning body?
All right,
I don't think it would work out.
they need something.
Yeah, do they need? Don't you think like they
Easier to
need some,
follow.
like just to make it easier to follow? Because UFC is easy to follow.
Yeah.
It's hella easy to follow. It's like, especially Bellator is easy to follow. Like just, but like,
I just looked it up.
Wait, hold on, wait. What are you saying,
Go ahead.
Dave? Wait, let Dave finish. What are you saying?
no, I was just saying like between UFC, Bellator, and I think there's another one that I know of. I think Pride or some shit like that.
Pride don't
Pride
exist
is
no more.
gone.
Pride is gone.
Pride doesn't
Oh, wow.
exist.
Like,
Something. What was that Korean
One-
shit we
one
was
FC.
watching?
Oh, we're watching
I
right.
think that's what you were
Oh,
talking
one.
about.
Yeah, one. Those are easier to follow because obviously they're contracted athletes, so they have to fight on the company's time. If not, they're gonna get penalties and shit like that. Boxing is just like Floyd Mayweather fights, and then you don't hear from him for like another year or two, or something like that, or he just shit. Or I don't even know a lot of other boxers.
Well, now it's
Yeah.
Canelo fights, but now people are worried that even if he's in a close fight, he's automatically going to win because
Yeah,
corrupt
'cause it's his
judging.
organization, right?
Nigga,
Yeah, but
he
that
won.
last
He went.
fight
He
he
went
had
up
was
to.
some.
He went up to
shit.
168 for a complete can and got a belt.
Who?
That last fight that
Canelo.
Canelo had,
Oh.
like the
He
last
won a
one
title.
fought.
Oh, you talking about that fight where it seemed
Yeah,
like
he
the
was
fight
just
was
racing
rigged because the
way
nigga just took
outside,
knees?
Smiling while he's on his knee and shit. Yeah, that was some bull.
Yeah.
Bull.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Nas promoted us on Twitter. Yes. Okay.
Did he?
Alright, but
Yeah.
what I was saying about like the number of champions, like just
Too much.
all right, we'll go with 160. There's
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
That's too
major
many.
championships.
That
That's
is
too many.
one
That's too
weight class.
many.
Canelo has 3 of those. And then
Canelo-
Daniel Jacobs has 1. Demetrius Andrade has 1.
So
Robert
wait.
Brandt has 1, and
Alright.
Jermell Charlo.
All right, let's go
Oh,
back
yeah,
in
try
time. Let's go back in time. How many during the Mike Tyson era? How many boxing organizations were there?
The way they were.
Still, there were 4. Still 4.
And now it's like all over
But
the
it was
place.
like WB.
it was more organized back then.
What, did they not have all this super diamond
welterweight
lineal?
Yeah, all that extra
Yeah.
shit wasn't really a thing until people started splitting off with their own promotion companies.
That's
And
what
then
happened.
you have promotion
So-
companies promoting certain belts.
So
like-
I got a question.
I got a question.
I got a question.
Which belt actually matters like the most as far as prestige? In sports, that's always like the question. Like there's always like a
Which
prestigious.
one?
No,
I
it
feel like it just goes
It's
for
more
weight.
like which.
Yeah.
It's which 4.
it's basically which body. What was it, like WBC?
WBA, WBC, IBF,
Yeah.
WBO.
Jesus,
Yeah.
that's still a lot.
Yeah, that is. 'Cause I don't even know what English was.
And then, like, you just go to the pages for the sanctioning bodies and look down their list of champions. Like, the cruiserweight division has 4 WBA champions. How do you have 4 WBA champions in the same division?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's
Like,
just-
what do you challenge for?
That's
challenge.
That's disorganized as fuck though.
Like, one guy is considered like the quote unquote undisputed champion. That's
Yeah.
Alexander Usyk, because he has he's the WBA super champion, the WBC champion, the IBF champion, the WBO champion, and the ring champion. So he's considered the undisputed. But there's still 5 other guys with belts in the same division.
Yeah, so how is he undisputed?
You asking the wrong guy. I don't make these rules.
How about
That's why I
undisputed?
said.
Three other dudes got the
That's why
same
I
belt
said,
I got.
quote unquote undisputed.
They got the same belt I got. I'm undisputed.
He's the one everyone talks about.
Yo, I remember like when they finally had when they had no, it wasn't Floyd and Pat. Who the fuck did Floyd fight like before he retired the second time? Yeah, I think it was what was it? No, when he fought Juan Manuel Marquez, it was for a shitload of belts. And then
Hold on.
I think there was like a shitload of belts on the line during that fight.
No, he won all his belts before and after that. Because the fight with Oscar De La Hoya, he had won the middleweight title. And before that, when he fought Carlos Bondomir, he won the IBO welterweight champion, WBC, IBA, the ring, and the lineal welterweight championships. Then he moved up in weight.
Too much.
It's too much. It's too much shit to keep track of.
No, because I know at one point I think he let's see
Yeah, because after he left middleweight, he had welterweight titles already, and then he fought Oscar at middleweight.
oh, it was the
And he
fight.
was back
It was
to
the
fight
fight against Canelo.
Canelo.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
He
that
won the
was like
WCBC, the ring, the vacant lineal light middleweight nigga.
Oh, that's also the problem in boxing, that there isn't uniform weight classes because they're all slightly different.
Nigga, the weight class is like 3 pounds apart,
Yeah, that's the
which makes
problem.
no point, no sense.
Weight class, does 3 pounds really make a difference?
It's like when the smaller weights, I think it's 4, and then as you get upwards, like after welterweight, I think it's 7, and then once you get to 170, then it's like 20 to the next weight class.
That's crazy.
Because then you're getting up to the cruiserweights and heavyweights.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I am lost. I am so lost.
Boxing is weird.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
boxing is good.
Alright, what else?
I
That's it.
don't even want to think about my W2s. And they got more belts than anything.
That's why the popularity's been dwindling, because everybody's like, all right, so who's the champ?
Yeah. My bad.
And it's
man.
like, what are the
was saying?
dudes on ESPN fighting for, and what are these guys fighting for?
Yeah.
What am I fighting?
Yeah. What am I fighting
What
for?
am I fighting for?
The freaking Zero. What am I fighting for?
But yeah, what were we saying? What's next? What we talking
It's next. I guess we got to the boring stuff. Professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh god.
Hey man, they ain't no 60 belts in the same weight class in WWE.
Yeah, there's like 20. And we're about to get like 21 with the women's belts. We gotta talk more about that.
Oh yeah, at Elimination Chamber.
Side note on that, those belts do look gorgeous.
They're gorgeous. And I like how they're not brand specific.
Yeah.
They're gonna go on both shows. I love it. It reminds me when Taker had the undisputed belt.
Mm-hmm.
He was whooping people's ass on Monday and Thursdays.
The problem with the undisputed belt though is that it until they made it brand exclusive when Brock won it,
Brock?
nigga, it was changing hands every month.
Yeah. Everyone had that belt. Hulk Hogan was WWE champion around that time.
It was like
After getting dragged backstage on Taker's bike, which was hilarious. We don't get that anymore, sadly. All we get is like car flips because of Braun.
Yeah, but that rivalry was shit. There was a lot of errors.
Of course, it's Hulk Hogan having a rivalry in the 2000s.
why the fuck did Hulk Hogan beat Triple
He
H?
tried to start that motorcycle and he couldn't get going.
He beat Triple H. Hogan feuds in 2000 were horrible. The only one I did like was Mania 18.
I was with The Rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was mainly the crowd though.
Yeah. No, but it was cool because it almost felt like he didn't want to be in the NWO, and then The Rock was trying to, you're better than that. And
I
then
think
he was like,
didn't they say they called an audible on that when that happened because of that crowd. So then they was like,
Yeah.
fuck it, you turn the face.
Yeah. It's crazy. Now WWE's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
We gave you what you wanted with Brian, not anymore.
He's like, nah, fuck that, cause that nigga got injured a month later.
Fuck you. You're gonna take everything we give you. So Raw kicked off with an MLK tribute because it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which I always remember Road Dogg, and it sucks that that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Right.
Didn't they finally just make that shit a fucking federal holiday thing?
I think so. Oh wait, why do I think of Road Dogg Day?
Oh, don't I
2015
know that cotton picking minute
in
shit, yo.
2015, Road Dogg came out and interrupted, I think, the Usos or someone, and he said, "Now hold on, just the Dallas
This Cowboy minute. Wait,
And the crowd
it's,
loses it because they're in Dallas, and
and then he's
"Oh,
like, wait, it's
give
Martin
me."
Luther King Day. I meant
No, I think
cotton
he doesn't even
picking
say.
minute.
He just doesn't even say. He's like, "Oh, I meant cotton picking minute." I'm like, what?
Yeah. I was like, why the
Why,
fuck would
bro?
you switch that
On
to say,
Martin Luther King
nigga?
Day? Are you fucking kidding me? God, but yeah, that's what I always think of. I really shouldn't, but I do. I'm sorry. So we had that video package, which was really good, and then Brock Lesnar's music hit. Never mind all that shit. Here's the Beast. It's like, okay, that's a horrible transition. Then they're out there talking about David versus Goliath, because Vince comes out. Vince McMahon is like, all right, I'm tired of hearing this shit. I'm coming out. This is David versus Goliath. This dude is all tiny. He has no chance. I don't believe in fairy tales. Vince doesn't believe in fairy tales.
Nope.
He writes predetermined wrestling shows.
That
Anyway,
ain't a fairy tale, nigga. That's a
One of the
fictional
many-
novel.
there's a demon in this ring at this point with Finn Balor.
He's not a demon, nigga. He's not a demon
Yeah.
at that
He
point,
even
though.
said he's not gonna be bringing it in the Rumble, which means he is.
That usually means he's not, though.
If you ever learn anything from Jericho, I'm not doing this.
Hey, man, that's Jericho.
I don't think Finn is gonna do it though.
Nope.
I don't think so, because that means he would have to win.
Never know.
I don't-
Samoa Joe beat the demon at one time.
Yeah. No one knows. So then Finn came out talking his shit, and then Braun. I thought Braun came out first. Yeah. Why did we get the face to face between? Why did we get Braun and Brock in the ring at the same time, but not when he was supposed to face Brock for the title?
Because Braun's going to win the Rumble.
No, but you think so?
Is he though?
Oh, no.
I get a no, but I was wondering, like, when he was the number one contender, they had that face to face bullshit where Brock was backstage and Braun was in the ring. But when he's not going for the belt, now is when they're in the ring at the same time.
Brock just laughing.
He just stands there and sweats. That's all he does. And then Finn's talking his shit, saying he's gonna regain the belt. Braun says he's better beat Brock because Finn told him that you never beat Brock anyway. I'm gonna be the first one out of both of us to beat him.
Sure, yeah.
And then Brock leaves the ring. I don't think he was supposed to because Vince is telling him to get in the ring.
Mm.
Like, hey, you get back here. And then he leaves and he's like, all right, so we're going to have a David versus Goliath right now between Strowman and Finn Balor. They have a match with Lesnar and Heyman on the outside. There was a moment where Finn was on the apron and he jumps outside and Brock gives him a belly-to-belly suplex. No problem.
Wasn't
No,
it
he
like
can-
right in front of the ref, though?
Right in front of the referee. They're not disqualified. Match goes on. He goes to hit the coup de grace. He does hit the coup de grace. And then he goes for the cover. Then Brock comes in, F5, DQ. Why was the DQ so late? Was it just a bad 3 days or 2 days for referees in general? In football, to wrestling?
Hey, man,
I don't know.
they might have did that reference. It's not like it wouldn't have been the first time.
And they do it again. It won't be the first time because later on we get a special guest referee in a match where
Oh,
he
he's
kind
Slater?
of
Kurt
no
Hawkins?
Kurt
even
Hawkins.
better, Kurt Hawkins, yeah. But before we get that, we gotta talk about the pose down between my man
Hey, man,
Bob
I like the
Lashley
pose down.
and Apollo Crews. That was great.
Yeah.
That had all the makings to be a disaster,
Yeah.
but it was great.
The fucking
Had
goofy ass
Apollo
fucking
dance.
Apollo
Yeah.
Crews where he kept getting up on the stage.
Like that was really cool. I like that Apollo is actually. I hate that no one reacts when he comes out. You
Yeah.
just hear his music like you're on YouTube.
Here's the
searching
thing,
the
yo.
thing.
He got a hype ass theme song, yo, and nobody gives a shit.
Nobody's so. It's like I'm just going on YouTube or Spotify and just Apollo Crews theme. Like, give me something, man. He's doing his best, man. He's doing the best he can with what he's given, and I like that he's coming out more now. This is the second time he's faced an Intercontinental Champion, in some way, shape, or form. But unfortunately, he lost because Bobby. He's the Almighty Bobby. So what's next? Who? I mean, is he gonna be in the Rumble? Yeah, there's no title match on Sunday, right? Is he gonna be in the Rumble?
Probably.
Yeah, there's no. I don't think there is a IC title match on Sunday.
I mean, no, you
gonna
ain't
have to
gonna have time. Son, the Royal Rumble matches itself are going to take up 2 hours at a time slot.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
So they don't have to come up with that many matches.
You think the women's rumble is gonna be first or the men's rumble?
And I think unless they switch it around.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
they
not
might
first ever.
because they. I was gonna say they might because it ain't the first ever no more.
If it's a first of anything, I mean,
Because it was
4-hour
understand.
pay-per-view, right?
Like even if you took out the whole thing about it being a first ever, it made sense for the women's rumble to go last because that's when they revealed Ronda Rousey.
yeah.
So
Is this the first time the Rumble starts at 7, or did it start at 7 last year?
it started last year, 7.
Yeah, 7. Okay.
It's a 4-hour pay-per-view.
Yeah, because
so-
now all the pay-per-views are 7 from now.
Yeah, it's going
Yeah.
forward. Makes it easier.
Sure.
So you sure this one ain't gonna be? I thought all the big four started at fucking 6 now or some shit. Nigga, I don't know.
I need the pre-show,
You said
which I'm gonna
6'9"?
watch because you have a Fatal 4.
Say what?
You said 6'9" gonna be in the Royal Rumble?
No.
Oh, nigga.
I said
No, I'm joking.
kickoff show at 5. The main card starts at 7.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm definitely gonna watch the kickoff show. I want to see that Fatal 4 for the Cruiserweight title. I want to see Hideo Itami win something.
Is he gonna win? No, going up against the
I-
Juggernaut.
Well, I mean, he's doing the foul. He did the Falcon Arrow. If he could do that shit again from the fucking apron, he's good to go. That means he could just knee people in the face again.
Casual.
Like, if he can do that, he can do everything else he did in Japan. Beat the piss out
Fuck
of you.
it.
Beat the shit out you. What else can we talk about? Oh yeah,
Does
Seth
that,
Rollins.
does that include walking out the TI?
I want that to happen.
Can
so
he get his
bad.
crossface back
Can-
from Daniel Bryan
Can't. Yeah, the cross.
and his knee?
The knee. I just want Kenta. That's what I want. Like Kenta. Signing the T-shirt and throwing it in the crowd. With the
No,
white line.
nigga, you gonna get him
Getting
by
all your
his
moves
slave
stolen
name
by
and you
Lou.
gonna
Yeah,
like
everyone
it.
just stole his shit. Haven't you like?
I said you gonna get him by his slave name now and you gonna like it.
Hideo. He went back with his slave name. Like, yeah, Marufuji Naomichi versus Tami Hideo.
Yeah.
Like, oh. And he came out to his WWE theme. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But he still did his whole signature shit. And it's funny how Takashi Sugiura was like, yeah, how do you feel about Marufuji facing Itami? He was like, who the fuck is that? I was like, oh, it's Kenta. That's a new name. Like, yeah, wow. Is he ashamed or something?
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, is he ashamed? Like, oh, okay.
Hey man, that's how it is.
He's
Oh,
yeah.
That's like when niggas go to jail and become a 5%er. Like, oh, what's up, Ty? Not Ty.
Nah, Todd.
I'm Ramik.
Oh,
It's like, oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I had a friend of mine whose father went to jail, and he just came back, a whole new man. I was like, yeah, like 5 Bibles. She bought him like a 6th one. I was like, damn, dude. Like,
What happened to you?
and I'm like, wow, you don't even drink anymore. I'm like, what are you gonna do with all this liquor in your house? I was like, oh yeah, your wife. Sure enough,
Yeah, we dealt with a guy at my job. I won't talk about it on the show, but
crazy. We'll wait for that after show, because I want to hear. I want to hear some stories about your job. Anything that happens in your job, I have to hear it. 'Cause
why?
that- because I'm writing a script for a TV premiere show of Target in New York. We're gonna get it. We're gonna make it a YouTube series. No, we're going on Vice because it's too graphic. And Dave's just gonna beat the piss out of you. You're gonna be like Dog the Bounty Hunter, but Target the apprehend.
You
Dave the
shut
Target
up. You
apprehend.
Dave,
Shut
the
up.
target apprehension.
Yeah, Dave the Target apprehending man. Yeah. Dave
gonna-
the toothpaste
So, Dave, are
stealing.
you gonna make a racist remark too?
Oh no.
What? Hell no.
Yeah, that's what happened to Dog.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that dude's real name is. Just Dog.
Nope.
Let's look it up.
I don't care about that nigga's name.
It's Dog.
What, he said something racist?
Yeah.
Are you surprised? Look at that nigga.
His
not
name is
surprised.
Dwayne Lee Chapman.
My God.
That's his actual name.
He's not a
Yes.
Red Dead character.
He's from Denver, Colorado.
Leviticus
sense.
Cornwall. Okay, so we get Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. And these two beat the piss out of each other. Like, take the time to watch that match. Like, there was even one point where Drew gives him that, like, reverse, like, the freaking slingshot. But the reverse shit he does, like, he pulls him from the back and then just drops him on his face. He did that shit on the outside, which I don't know how that wasn't the finish, but he did. Seth Rollins wins that shit. Caught him with a roll up. That was the end of that.
No, because that's how everybody beats Drew.
The roll up, yeah. You can't get a defiant win over him. And what else? What else is here? Okay, so the main thing that happened during the week, there was a big rumor that the Revival asked for their release.
Yeah, they're not the only ones.
Yeah, they're not the only ones. Supposedly, Maria Kanellis and
Mike
Kanellis.
Bennett.
Also, Dolph Ziggler's on his way out too.
Supposedly, Dolph Ziggler might be on his way out.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But also, we also had the Revival on Raw, and they were talking to Vince. He's like, yeah, we want one more opportunity for the tag title. And then Kurt Hawkins just shows up and he's like, yo, can I be in the Rumble? Can I be in the Rumble match? Then Vince is like, all right, you two get your shot, and Hawkins, you're going to be the guest referee. Boom. We get that. Then we get, that wasn't until later on. Then we had the Lucha Brothers versus Jinder Mahal and the Singh Brothers in a match. We finally get the Singh Brothers in a match. In gear. They're pulling their moves. But the match ends with a Total World Backbreaker by Grand Metalik. It literally just... I don't even think that was supposed to be the finish. It was like, yeah, we're going here, tag into this dude. Rope, Total World Backbreaker. 1, 2, 3.
Nah, man. Fucking Lucha House rules, yo. You lose by a Total World Backbreaker.
I was like, because it looked like he kicked out. That's gone, yeah. But it looked like he kicked out, but it also looked like the other, I think it was Samir Singh, missed the cue to save him because he tried to get in, but the 3 was already counted. I don't think that match was supposed to be that short. It really should not have been that short. We see Dana Brooke talking to EC3 and complimenting him, and he's just looking in the mirror. He's annoyed that he's being spoken to because he's trying to look in the mirror. And she's just asking, "Oh, what's your training regimen?"
The narcissist EC3.
Yeah, he's almost like
Lex
Lex
Luthor.
Luthor.
Talking to EC3 because that might disrespect and his cancer.
Well, it's the backup plan, isn't he? Isn't he kind of
getting arrested by Turkey?
Yeah.
Trying to get arrested by Turkey. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
He's been on the bench since that shit happened.
Damn, Dave, like you just really made me compare these two together now. That's crazy. Narcissist EC3. Just standing there with the mirror.
Dana Brooke's face, no offense to her, is like all full of Botox and
Just
shit.
like a duck.
What's wrong with that?
He looked better when she came in.
Yeah, she looked better when she came in.
No, I kind of hate the concept that motherfuckers
But she gets
get
brownie
all that
points because she does a handless cartwheel.
Yeah, she does. She does.
That'll always win. You know who else can do that? Paige Van Zandt.
And she legitly wants to wrestle, but
Yeah, she's improving. I just wish they give her more time.
God.
Who?
Jesus
Dana
Christ.
Brooke.
What did she do to herself?
Yeah.
Can I see a picture?
Tell you she looks like quack.
Oh my God. Like, this is horrible.
So we had Elias in the ring.
She
He
used to be
predict-
cute.
He predicts that 2019 is going to be an incredible year. This might be the finest song he's ever come out with until he's interrupted. By who, of all people? Take a guess for the people who didn't see it. Who's always interrupting Elias?
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
God damn it.
Every goddamn time. He comes out, tells the fans to shut up, tells Elias that he ratted him out last week when he was trying to run away from Braun.
He shouldn't have
And now
ran.
he's going to put him in his place.
Hey,
And-
but like Elias did shit on him though. You're not the general manager. Shut up.
Yeah, he's straight up. He's like, you're not the... He even said, like, you're not... You have no power, so he's just going to play a song anyway.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to say, first and foremost, Dave, you need to square up because you told me to listen to Elias' tape, and I listened to his tape, and I was pissed. I wanted to kill somebody. After
Did you really expect to take that
really-
Elias album seriously?
No.
Did
I
you
didn't
really?
at all.
Did you really expect to take that seriously?
No,
Did you
but,
really?
like,
It was funny as shit.
but I like. I
Did
went
you
in there
really?
thinking,
You gonna
like,
square up for something that wasn't supposed to be taken seriously?
No, but I like you gotta
You
think about
really
this.
want to?
I
Jesus,
talked to
Dave.
about the situation because I remember the Rock did. It doesn't matter. Like, I
It
thought
doesn't
for a
matter.
second That I was gonna hear something that was like okay, and I listened to it and I felt like jumping off a bridge. I'm done.
Damn.
The Rock jumped off the
This
bridge.
man,
I'm kidding.
this man contemplated
No.
suicide.
He got thrown off a bridge, man.
Nah,
They did
Stone
it
Cold
correct.
got thrown off a bridge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. He said go
The
to
Rock
hell.
threw the belt.
He said go to hell.
The Rock threw the title. The smoking skull belt.
Kurt Angle pushed Stone Cold into a kiddie pool.
Mm-hmm.
He threatened to throw him off the fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm 2 weeks away from seeing Stone Cold try and kill Triple H.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait. Even though we saw it like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I get to see it again. Kinetically this time. Yeah. So, what else? So yeah, now we have a match with Elias and Corbin. Again.
You know,
And-
when they promise new shit.
And guess who won that one?
Corbin?
Yep.
God damn it.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Alexa Bliss comes out and welcomes everyone to the moment of bliss.
Let's bring up before we get to that, let's bring up what we talked about off the chat, where her video of her almost getting caught in the nude had how many views versus
let
what other stuff?
me go back to that. That's a good point.
It was what, 5.5 million last time we checked?
Versus what? Like what we compared it to? Ray versus
Right now, that video has 6.3 million views.
Thirsty niggas.
So
Who's that? Yo,
specifically,
Go
6,000,000.
to Pornhub, nigga.
6,379,603.
What are you doing? Like, if you that thirsty, just go beat your dick.
Let's compare this to, I don't know, Brock Lesnar showing up this Monday. How much is that doing?
No, let's go back to a video of that same week. No.
Okay, so that same week, we are going to go to, let's see. I'm seeing a lot of SmackDown. Okay, so let's compare. For example, Otis Dozovich showing up has 1 million views. Cena versus Balor versus McIntyre versus Corbin, 1.6 million views, which is horrible in comparison. What else is a big event thing? Vince McMahon. No, Vince McMahon didn't come on last week. No, I think that's it. All the major stuff, really. Ambrose versus Rollins versus Lashley. That only has 1 million views.
Hold up.
That is
I'm
the
trying to
highest
go back in
video
time real
from
quick.
that week. Yeah, that's the highest video from that week.
It was only like 10
Like,
seconds.
not
I didn't
even
think
close.
much of it when I saw it.
It's a 46-second video. Like, you have Mickey James in a backstage segment, Nikki Cross in a backstage segment. Yeah, it did better than everything. Nikki Cross is her debut match, only 532K.
Hey, man, well, Braun Strowman pushing over fucking Vince's limo got 4.8, man, so it's up there.
Mic check.
Hey, man, let Alexa Bliss get 6.3 million.
Oh, speaking of Alexa Bliss, she announced this. Well, that's the segue he's gonna get into. It was Manny.
Yeah, probably. His mom probably came into the room.
Or
Yeah, but Alexa Bliss came out, and a bunch of people from Raw who were going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble came out, announced that they were going to win the match, and then she was like, "No, we're going to treat ourselves with class, ladies. This is a moment of bliss. We're not fighting. We're not fighting over here." And then they all just beat each other ass. And then when they went backstage, she was like, "Oh, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble."
it's funny because I counted the announced participants. It's like only 24, so there's like 6 spots that are not filled. I think one of them's gonna go to Lana, but I think the other 5 will probably be like other surprise returns, just Rumble specific. Who they are, I don't know. I want Melina to show up just because I like Melina.
Yeah, but I just want to say that when Lacey Evans cut her... Yo, on the real, I'm just going to say this about Lacey Evans. I get the whole thing behind the character, but at the same time, I hate people who cut that really fucking slow-ass promo, son.
She sounded drunk.
That shit annoyed the shit out of me, yo. Like, every single word she said was just...
Like,
The winner of the Women's Royal Rumble will be a classy lady, Lacey Evans, and not a little Girl.
Yeah,
Are you
a
sure that
class-
wasn't Stevie from Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah.
classless runt.
No, here's the thing, yo, and also when
Okay.
she cut that promo, it made it seem like Alexa Bliss was going to have a face turn because of just the way that Lacey Evans was running her down and the way that Alexa Bliss was looking at her.
What a bunch of nasty, classless little girls. Luckily for the WWE Universe, the winner of
Yeah.
Sunday's Royal
Fucking God.
Rumble match will not be a sawed-off, girly runt.
Alexa's gorgeous.
The winner
Stop, dude.
of the
I'm
Royal
just saying.
Rumble match,
So is that 6.3 million people, nigga.
a classy, sophisticated
Oh my fucking God.
lady,
Yeah, she really did drag it.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans.
Let me check my speed. Nope.
Nope.
Normal.
It's normal, son.
I bet if you put that at 1.5 speed, it'd probably like be normal.
God, yo.
Classy.
Lady. I'm
I
like,
can't
son.
get behind. I mean, I love the name of her finisher, but I can't get behind Lacey Evans.
Oh, yeah, the women's right.
She is a
The women's
heel,
right.
so
Yeah,
she's a heel.
it's just not working. Yeah, for me at least. But who am I?
Here's the thing. I said I like the gimmick, but at the same time, nigga, I hate people who cut promos like that. I didn't like when they had Dolph Ziggler doing it when he originally turned heel. I'm glad he got off of that.
Yeah,
I think the only person it worked for is Jericho.
JD Cole.
Because
when
he,
Jericho did that, oh, I hated it.
like, yeah. Like, he just got the heel heat that he needed for the
I was
way that he
supposed to
was.
hate
Yeah.
Stand his ass when he was doing that. If you understand what I'm saying to you right now.
Like, it was basically he was talking like that just because he was like,
That dude watched the movie. I forget the name
Yeah.
of it, and was instantly inspired by that character and brought that to wrestling. I'm just like, God, how do you do that? And then make me hate it. How do you make me hate Chris Jericho? I always love Chris Jericho.
easy.
We
He
got
got
the-
rid of every single fucking charisma driven thing that there was about his character.
Everything. He was just out there in a suit, like he ain't even want to be there.
Yeah.
Remember the time when Chris Jericho didn't say nothing for a month?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
friend and I were just talking about that yesterday. No, yesterday. We were just talking about that when for the Royal Rumble. We just showed up. And
Yo,
didn't
the
say shit
crazy
until
crazy
go-home
thing
show.
is, yo, it seemed like he was like kind of doing that at the beginning of when he showed up for the rally for All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
Cause he kept going up to the mic and just not saying nothing for a while, and then he finally said something.
That dude got a loud ass pop when he did speak
Jericho.
at the Royal Rumble.
Jericho's just a legend at this point.
Yeah. Like, just the fact that he can reinvent himself so much and still be interesting is a huge.
Cause I know damn well, yo, if I was a wrestler, I ain't doing that shit.
No.
If I start getting popping for something, I'm like, nigga, if I have an injury and come back, I was like, oh, you want to change your character like Jericho? The fuck I want to change my character for, nigga?
The people like me, but I'm over. Was it JTG?
Yeah, JTG. When they said he was fired, he was like, what? But we're over.
We're over. What else? Oh yeah, Heavy Machinery made their debut. Man, did the crowd love everything that Otis Dozovich does.
Oh, the Caleb Hill
He can
one.
do no wrong. Our man was out there doing the Caterpillar.
God damn it.
They're gonna get the tag team titles.
Nigga, that means Vince is already thinking about splitting them up.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, he's the one that's most over. I'm trying to think what was the... Oh yeah. During commentary, Michael Cole drops a line saying that Tucker Knight, his nickname is All Night Tucker Knight because of his charisma in the ring. I mean, because of his stamina in the ring. And Corey Graves was about to drop the obvious joke, but stops because I think someone on the headset told him. And then there was
What
a
was it that he was
cover.
about to say?
It sounded like he's like, are you sure that's the reason why or whatever? Like that? And he stops. So I'm guessing Vince was like, bro.
Don't do it, Carl.
So yeah, so then Cole's oh yeah, wait, quick cover, 1, 2, and then there's silence, and then you just hear Cole say, "What were you about to say?" And then he was like, I was gonna say something, but I'd rather not. Like something like that. He was so close. If I can find a clip of that on Twitter, that would be great, because he was so close to saying some shit, and then he just stops.
Somebody in the mic was just like, chill.
Yeah, Vince.
How many times Corey Gaines almost slipped like that? A lot.
I mean, he said fuck on his first night.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, don't forget the whole Bullet Club is it's for everyone thing.
About the Bullet Club. I have a speech impediment.
I have a speech impediment, Cole. That's what I said.
Oh yeah, he just said, "Are you sure?" And then just that was it. He's like, "Oh, he's in the ring." He's like, "Are you sure?" And then there's just silence. He's like, "What were you gonna say?" Like they cut him off. He's like, "Are you sure that's?" And just stops. And he's like, "What were you about to say?" It ain't about his in-ring stamina. I don't know his personal life. So the Revival again. This is what their third chance at these belts. Going against Rude and Gable. Kurt Hawkins is a referee. And Kurt Hawkins is pissing off the Revival because he's literally following the rules. Like, you always hear me talk about the tag rope, right? You gotta hold the tag rope. Kurt Hawkins reinforced that rule. And Michael Cole's like, wow, he even pulled out the tag rope, which is like a forgotten art in wrestling now. Because no one ever mentions that you gotta hold the tag rope. He's like, oh, he's doing his job. Then there's a roll-up where the Revival pull the tights. Kurt Hawkins stops them. He's like, okay, they're getting mad. Oh no, that one where they put their feet up on the ropes. Revival's getting mad. He's doing his job. And then they lose the match again. They lose another shot at it from a fucking roll-up. A lot of roll-ups on Raw. Sheesh. Now that I think about it, it's way too many roll-ups. So yeah, what is this it for the Revival? Is this it? Is it 3 strikes you're out?
Who knows? Hey man, we had this problem with on the real. This is the only example of when this shit finally ended up paying off, when Anderson and Gallows finally won the tag team championships.
Yeah. Go to SmackDown.
But I feel like they don't want to be there at all.
Yeah.
But knowing WWE, they'll release one, keep the other.
Like, here's the thing, yo. I think the Revival just want to have good classic wrestling matches, yo.
Because the Vaudevillains was the shit in NXT.
The thing is, the Revival can go, like, in the ring.
They had awesome tag team matches. NXT is just the main roster is just. My bad. The main roster is just shit when it comes to that shit.
Hey, for some reason they decided to split up American Alpha. When they finally gave them the tag team championships on SmackDown, they didn't do shit with them.
Nope. They didn't do anything with those belts. Nothing. So then we had a main event of Rousey and Natalya versus Bayley and Sasha Banks. And Twitter is not talking about the match. They're talking about something that happened in the match. Where Sasha Banks' trunks kind of fell down.
The cheeks?
Did it? I didn't even catch that.
And you got to see a little bit of cheeks before the screen cut to black. I was wondering why my screen cut to black. I didn't catch that. So I went to Twitter and I see Sasha Banks' thong and shit. I was like, oh. And Rousey cut a promo before that, though. I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be. But she was just talking and talking.
Oh, in the back before she came out?
Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever that is.
She kind of reminded me of Ken Shamrock, just losing her fucking mind.
Yeah, she gotta get in zone and snap.
Yeah.
And break your fucking. Well, I guess she gonna break your arm.
Yeah. Who won that match? Yeah, Bayley and Sasha, because they tapped out Natalya. And then after that, Ronda and Banks got it through each other, but they were held back, and that was the end of the show. It was the end of the show, so I don't know. That didn't really feel like much of a go home.
It didn't really sound much. It's up in the air, that match.
It didn't feel like much of a go home.
Because if the WrestleMania match between Ronda, if Mania it's supposed to be Rousey versus Becky. It's not really a good setup because they both have title matches. Unless WrestleMania is just going to be them two having a grudge match.
Grudge match from WWF Warzone.
Yeah.
Grudge match. However, SmackDown kind of felt like a go home show.
They always are the
Yeah.
better show.
Started off with Becky Lynch coming out, cutting her usual promo, her usual fire, and then Asuka comes out, and she completely speaks in Japanese. We did not hear an English word from Asuka. She didn't even have a microphone. She just got up to her face of the belt, Japanese, and then Charlotte came out, talking mad shit, saying that it's gonna be her first Rumble, and that she's excited about eliminating everybody, and that she's been the one that's owned the division for 4 years, and that she's the main event. And then Asuka couldn't give a lesser shit and just beats Becky up from behind. And then they literally just fight on the outside until they go to commercial. And then they're back and they're still fighting. They go back for commercial, they're still fighting each other until they get moved to the back. And then we finally get Mandy Rose versus Naomi. And how does that one end?
How does it end? I didn't see it.
Well, Mandy Rose picks up the win. Because why not? They
Because
kind of had a civilized match, but they...
So, do we have like a Def Jam fight for New York moment where like
she got
Since
4
Mandy
million
Rose
views,
won.
that's why she won. Man.
since Mandy Rose won, though I forgot which Uso was married to Naomi, but he
Jimmy.
goes to Naomi. Jimmy.
Or he's stealing Carmen Electra from 9.
Yeah.
I said, back off. I think I stole your bitch. And then I dropped her for Kimora Lee Simmons. And then I got Lil Kim. Back when Lil Kim was hot.
Before she did all that extra shit to her
Yeah,
nose.
now Lil Kim was just Jesus.
Oh, that was the beginning of the extra shit.
Yeah. When she had the
That's right when she got the fake.
the red hair. I'm that bitch. Remember that.
I went with Shauna's ghetto ass.
Well, I lost the original fight, yo, and ended up with that nasty bitch, yo, and then I moved up the. Then I moved to fucking Carmen
I ain't gonna
Electra.
lie. I was the same way. So when I came across Carmen Electra, I was like, give me
Yep,
Carmen.
I was like, yo, I better win that fight.
Jesus.
I'm just glad I ain't lose that second fight. And then I was, if I did, yo, then I would have been glad that chick died in the fire. Yo.
Oh,
Wow.
Good
so Carmen
lord.
did die in a fire. That's
Yeah.
Who?
Actually, did they die? Because it seemed like their reaction was they died from the fumes.
And it looked like she passed out
Yeah.
or something. I don't think she died.
Yeah, I think she died.
Oh.
And Snoop Dogg kills your girl by fire and shit.
No, that was Sticky Fingers.
Sticky fingers.
You think it's crazy ass. And he's banned from all tournaments.
Yo, the tier list.
Yo.
the Fight for New York tier list.
Sticky Fingers is banned from all tournaments.
He's Sticky is banned, not Fat Joe.
Right.
Man, Fat Joe is like A tier, like top tier.
That's that pedigree.
Is that competitor?
The fucking pedigree. As long as you don't fight him in the cage, I guess it'll be okay. But he's gonna hit you with the pedigree.
I was like-
What else can we talk about? Oh yeah, we had the Miz versus Cesaro, which is like, because last week we had a match between the other two members, and then Cesaro win this match. You know what's funny? That's really funny. Monday Night Raw has Finn Balor, a grown man, capable of doing, the extraordinary things. He can't beat Brock Lesnar. He's too small. It's not believable. Meanwhile, we have a 49-year-old man, and we're supposed to believe that he can keep up with Sheamus and Cesaro. While he's 49 years old. They're not even counting him out. This dude's out there, yeah, I'm going to do the coast to coast. And on Tuesday, he was going to do the elbow drop from the ring to the table on Cesaro, I think it was, or Sheamus. Why does Shane get booked so strong? God,
Because
what is it about
nigga,
Shane McMahon?
he's a McMahon, damn it.
But every time Shane gets his ass kicked, it looks so bad.
Oh, he got his ass beat on Tuesday.
Yo, when you posted those meme photos, it was like,
Yeah,
oh,
he got his ass beat. He took a legit bro kick, like no thigh slap, nothing. That was a straight boot to the jaw.
Hey
I
man.
think he's crazier than his father.
Hey, if Vince can take a full blown punt to the face, yo, Shane
Yeah.
can take a blown
Is
kick.
this Cesaro like almost 40 something, or
I think he's in his 30s. Yeah, mid 30s.
I thought he was older than that.
I don't think so.
I think it's just because of the receding hairline, nigga. So, so
38 years old.
Oh, 38?
No,
Wow.
I'm only saying
Which is
that
the
'cause I
reason
saw
why he
it.
has the mullet, because the side of his head, yeah.
the mullet,
I mean the mohawk.
the
Sorry?
mohawk.
He had the mohawk?
We talk about Cesaro.
Cesaro. We're
I
not
thought-
talking about Hiroyoshi Tenzin or Sheamus.
Right. I thought, my bad. I'm sorry.
I was
Wrong
about
guy.
to say, bro,
The only
Sheamus,
wrestler with
Sheamus
a mullet.
is 40 though.
Yeah,
I
Sheamus
barely
is
even
40.
watch wrestling, and I knew.
Sheamus is
Oh God, his birthday's next week.
Oh wow.
He'll be 41.
It's funny because Shane just got the holy hell beat out of him. And Vince is backstage watching it on the monitor while he's getting stretched out. Not going out, he's just watching it on the monitor. And he's next.
He's used to it at this point.
Like he's moderating the face to face between AJ and Daniel Bryan. And he even comes out and he's like, I reserve comment about what happened to my son, but he's a strong man, he's a McMahon. Anyway, championship guys. Yeah. And then we do not get we do get a face to face, but AJ was in the ring, but Daniel Bryan was on the outside talking to AJ in the ring.
Then that ain't a face to face.
And then Vince is like, "Can you please come in the ring?" And Daniel's like,
because Daniel Bryan, my bad.
yeah, but
Daniel Bryan was like trashing everyone, being like a vegan troll, saying
he
you guys
hates
that
people
eat-
who eat animal carcasses.
For
He's
real?
embarrassed to get in
Hey
the
man,
ring
he don't
with
like people who eat ass, yo. I'm all for it.
Whoa, he's one of those vegans that like, I hate those type of vegans that trash other people.
Yeah,
like
but
they
you know-
weren't just eating meat like a couple years ago. Like, come
He
on, man. Stop.
he's one of those, but he makes a good heel that way.
The one line I did like is that he's not the people's champion, he's the planet's champion.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of what CJ Parker was trying to do in NXT.
Hmm.
You know, like trying to conserve the planet and everything as a super hippie.
He's like, God damn it, I want juice back. I need some
Yeah.
pro friction on SmackDown.
Like I really did like that line. I like that he said it.
And then AJ, and then while in the middle, Daniel Bryan talking, Vince is like, "God damn it, get in the goddamn right."
And then they have like a little altercation in the ring while Vince is just standing there, like, oh, cool. And then Daniel Bryan just leaves. And then we had R-Truth and Carmella talking about their number 30 spots, saying that
still in wrestling?
yeah,
Yeah.
That nigga's like, how old?
K Quick is still in wrestling. Yep.
he's in his like
You said
almost.
Quick. Did you
yeah.
really have to call him that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Then
Our
he,
Truth, 47 years old.
yeah,
Yeah, that
Oh,
nigga
him and my mom got the same birthday.
Is he
then
still
he-
rapping? Is he
he-
still coming out
Yeah.
rapping?
yeah, he's gonna. I was gonna talk about that later, but fuck it. Jack Swagger has his Bellator fight on Saturday, and he's gonna perform
Wait, Jack
for his
Swagger's
entrance.
doing that?
Yeah.
You see
Jake
how
Hager.
out of the loop I am?
Jake
Let me
Hager.
talk to the- Let me talk to the fans real quick. Yo, I'm just gonna tell y'all something right now. I am so out of the loop. I don't know why I'm here. I'm just gonna say this. I'm one of those guys that I love to discover when I hear these guys talk. They tell me shit that I don't even know. I didn't know this man was doing Bellator, but you know what? That is good for him because he is a big person, and I feel like I would hope he has hate. I would hope. So good luck to Jack Swagger, man.
Yeah.
Good look on it, man. For
Going
real.
by his real name, Jake Hager.
Jake Hager.
Oh, so he's pretty much A-Boss and Capcom.
Oh yeah. I was wondering why you brought him up. Oh yeah, fucking R-Truth is
He's
performing to bring him out.
yeah.
I'm sorry, he's going what?
R-Truth is performing to bring out fucking Jake Hager.
Yeah, because you asked if he was
for real?
still you asked if he was still rapping. I was like, yeah, he's gonna
So he was
perform.
like, so Jake was pretty much like, hey, bro, I fuck with you. I need you to come out for some bars. Hey, yo, that's tight. That's good. So that's you know what? That just made me smile. Even though I can't lie, I think his bars is weak as shit, but I'm still gonna be like, yo, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey man, yo, you know R-Truth is old, yo, when he opened for Tupac back in the day.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just have like a
didn't
high
even
top
know
fade.
that. What the fuck? Hey, son,
He
if
was
my
a
mind-
he was a dancer back then too.
Bro, if my mind can blow up right now, you would hear like a, oh yeah, you would hear that in the background right now. That's
It's funny.
crazy.
Carmella asked him like if he wins the Rumble, what's he gonna do? And then he says that he might challenge for the cruiserweight title, and he says Bobby Murphy. I challenge Bobby Murphy.
I thought you were gonna say 12 cents. I don't know.
And then
why I
Carmella
thought that.
tells him like there's a weight limit for that, and then he's like, "Oh, you think I'm fat?"
Yo.
Like, I mean, you're not fat, you're not 205 or under. So, then
When I
Carmella
do some
and Charlotte.
shit, I said when I do some shit, it's like it was like I'm trying to battle the whole Dipset, like, and then my Dipset came out in the big ring.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry, I'm done. I'm sorry. I didn't have my one head ass moment. I'm sorry. What were you saying,
What
bro?
else? We were supposed to have, well, we did have Samoa Joe versus Mustafa. He kind of beat the bricks off of him. But he did get some offense out. He got a tornado DDT and he got a near fall.
I feel like
But
kidding the Soldier Boy.
Joe wins that
Samoa
one.
Joe.
But then we had the main event of all main events, which, I'll say it now, is nominated for Match of the Year for a memorable award all the way in December. Mysterio versus Andrade, 2 out of 3 falls. That match was amazing.
What?
In every
Can you
sense of the
please
word.
fill me in, sir? How was like?
In every
what
sense of the word, that match was nuts. These dudes were flying everywhere. Rey Mysterio took a top rope power bomb
Wait,
from Andrade.
Rey Mysterio's back on WWE?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. You
Yep.
thought he died. My friend thought he died.
God,
because
no.
He didn't get Guerrero died.
Oh,
And
man.
Guerrero, so you know how long ago that was? So what's
2005.
the podcast right now, bro? You just killed me, right? I'm sorry. Let's get back to what we talking about, bro.
It's over 14 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, but that like if you get the chance to watch that match was insane. But
Eddie
of
Guerrero
course,
passed 5 years ago.
Eddie died.
no, 2005.
No,
Eddie
I know
died 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Shit.
When we go outside, I'm gonna need you to square up. Anyway, look,
Jesus.
okay, yeah. So yeah, I didn't know that was a thing, bro. So please tell me, how did the match go?
That shit was good. I mean, it was a 2 out of 3 falls match. They were tied 1-1 towards the end, but of course, we can't end things in a nice note. We had Samoa Joe come out
Of course, because he's
and
always
choke
playing
out
the fuck
fucking
court.
I think it was Mysterio. Yeah, I think he caught Ray with the cocaine and clutch, choked him out, and then Joe grabbed the microphone and he's talking to the hard cam. And as soon as he's like, "My name is Samoa Joe,"
that's when
and
what's his face came out of
RKO
nowhere.
out
Yeah,
of nowhere, gave him an RKO.
Flip. I didn't know where that came from. I think
Yep.
even you, it had to be, because I don't follow, do I follow people like that, Twitter? It had to be you, because I know you're kind of active on Twitter more than anybody. So I think it was you that retweeted that, and I saw it, because he had his little perm, his little curl perm.
Let me
And then,
check
he
my
was
Twitter.
talking, yeah. For all y'all that don't know, Manny literally posted some of the funniest shit I have ever seen on Twitter. Like, this nigga keeps me in the game.
I just find stuff in front. But yeah, that ended with that, and I'm excited. That feels like a go-home show for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Much
can
more
you
than Raw.
imagine Randy Orton versus Samoa Joe? I think I'd actually be entertained by that. Like,
We've had that, have we or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I
Did
think we
it
had. Yeah.
Have we?
See, that's how you know.
Wait, did we have Joe?
Look, a lot of y'all fans gonna be like, yo, a lot of fucking wrecks here. Look, bro, like I said, I'm learning. But
Did
no,
we?
that's amazing.
No, we didn't have a sing.
Oh, no? That
No,
was
we
an
didn't have a singles match.
Okay. See, yeah, I was
No.
honest with that. Randy Orton
Yeah,
versus
well,
Samoa
that's
Joe,
crazy.
that's
They haven't.
interesting. You
They
know what
haven't
I
had-
think is probably one of the best technical matches that I've ever seen? I know we don't talk about this guy anymore, but
Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle.
Yep. That's
I was
I
talking
knew you was gonna say that. I was just thinking about
Yeah,
that.
I always talk about Kurt. I mean, Crispin.
that was one of the best like technical matches. Because a lot of people, some people will be like, "Oh, this shit's boring," but like, bro, I swear, like that match was so entertaining to me because like
The only
they gave
sad
no
part.
fucks, bro. They were literally like, "Look, I'm doing this for wrestling, bro. This is what this is for," and it just kind of felt good because you don't see that as much anymore. So
The
Yeah,
sad
man.
part about it is that it is one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it
It's
is,
just
that's
that
it.
they just
not over
can't
the top.
talk about
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
It's like
over-
it's like
over
the main
top.
event of WrestleMania 20. It's one of the best matches in WrestleMania history. Just won't talk about it.
Because it's just not
Yeah.
over the top. Majority of the times you see wrestling matches, everybody's like, "Oh well, this person did this, and this person like fucking did this," but it's like with that match, it was a wrestling match. Like that one time, me and Manny was watching wrestling, and Manny, please correct me because I still can't remember what we were watching. But when you told me
NWA?
that announcer, yeah, I think it was NWA. That
Probably.
announcer was like, "Oh, that was one of the dumbest moves. He hates that
Yep.
move." And
When
as soon as
this
Manny
dude
said
did
that shit,
yeah.
he was like, "No, that's one of the."
Yeah, because I told him like as long as he doesn't do a poison Rana, because that's Jim Cornette's worst. Like,
Bruh.
thinks it's the dumbest move ever. Sure enough.
Man, he said that. The synchronicity in the universe was amazing. Because soon as he said that shit, he was like, "That's one of the dumbest
professional wrestling."
And it was just me and Manny. And me and Manny was watching that shit. And we were so in tune to what was going on. Because I knew obviously Manny knew way more than what the fuck I was doing. But I was so interested, bro. Because it was like he wasn't annoyed with all the questions that I was asking. Because I was just like, what's this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he was just filling me into everything. And I was like, bro, I'm so interested. Like, what the fuck? So when I see things like that, you know what I mean, even though that I'm not as hip as I want to be, it's interesting. Because it's just like, fill me in. You know what I mean? Like, I love to hear who this wrestler is. Because when we watched All In that one time, bro, I was so captivated. Like, when I seen Willie Mack for the first time, nigga, I was like, bro.
We're gonna get that again in May. Double or nothing.
Stone Cold Stunner? Like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
this is stunner.
I was so excited, bro. So it's just, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to get so off subject.
Oh no, it's fine.
I'm so excited. Like, cause it's just, seeing things like that makes me get that feeling of, God damn, wrestling is at an all-time high right now. Cause there's just so many. It's kids.
There's so much wrestling.
Know how to, watch wrestling overseas, and it's like we have so many options. It's not just WWE, and it wasn't like that back in the day. But it's just now we have so much accessibility that you can't get stuck to just one thing. So yeah, the shit is amazing, bro. It really is.
There's more variety, and a lot of that really has to do with the internet.
Yeah.
To this now.
I agree.
Internet.
Yeah.
Oh wow, what
so,
am I
like,
reading?
when people are like tired of WWE, even though there's nothing compared to WWE.
So much.
There's nothing as big as WWE from the American standpoint. On a prime time level, there are other things you can't watch if you just are sick of it is.
I think it's just like, well, what you're saying, to kind of add on what you're saying, Dave, I think it's just like, it's that point of, you're so used to one thing, and you're kind of like, God damn, like, I wish there was, something else, because this structure is just kind of getting repetitive.
Which I think...
And then you figure out New Japan, you figure out NWA, and you're just like, well, shit, what is this? You know what I mean? And you just go on from that.
Which is why I think it's not going to happen anytime soon. But I think AEW's like main goal is to be on that big... It's gonna be on that big prime time stage.
Yeah,
nigga, from reports I've seen, WWE's already mad threatened by AEW.
They're saying that they're offering double.
Yeah, if they'll sign like double whatever contract offer they got from AEW or anywhere else.
D-Block said that last week when me and D-Block was just when it was just me and D-Block on Skype. Somehow we got to a conversation about that, and D-Block broke down pretty much as to why AWA was pretty much like why it was like the next.
But the thing about AEW is that in order they just can't do the same because TNA was like that. It was on a rise, and then when they went prime time, they fucked up. They
fucked up because for some reason I said this as soon as they went prime when TNA went prime time that. They tried to copy the same exact formula that fucked up WCW. I was like, why the hell would you follow something that failed?
They eliminated their biggest thing, which was like the X division, because that's what got them over.
Yeah, and they focused on their heavyweights.
And they focused too much on the heavyweights. And I was like, what the fuck was this?
You know what I else think fucked them up? Is that point in time when they went to Monday night?
Yeah.
Because their head got so big and they went
2010.
Like, oh yeah,
and then they started losing a lot of shit. They started losing a lot of money going live.
And they brought back the four-sided ring.
They noticed their views was not as high, so then they brought it back. Was it Thursday night?
Yeah, and then it lowered even more from there because they keep switching the time.
It's like, wait, you got too much dip on your shit now, big fella. Like, it was literally that. It was like, okay, yeah, because at that time, TNA really was starting to build up. Because I was watching TNA. I was like, okay, we got something going here. But then, literally, bro, it was the fact of the matter that they got too big-headed. It was like, yo, come back down to earth for a second.
If AEW if let's say, given a couple years down the road, because it's not gonna happen the first year. If they do get on that big prime time, if they do get on that big prime time level, obviously they're not gonna be WWE from a money standpoint.
No.
But if they
They're
do
also in
get
talks
there,
with TNT too.
yeah, see, if they do get on that big level,
But the thing is, the owner of AEW does have more money than Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
who owns AEW?
What's his name? Something Khan?
Yeah, then Joe.
So like,
What we saying, babe?
if they do get on that, they just have to make sure that like the content. It'll be a great time for wrestling fans, especially from the U.S. standpoint.
Yeah.
It'll be a great time for wrestlers because now they have more than one places to go. It just depends on what their focus is. Don't bring back Hulk Hogan. Don't
Yeah,
sign Hulk.
don't.
Sign Hulk Hogan. Don't sign anybody else in WCW 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Too late. They already got Billy Gunn.
Oh God.
No, he's just a producer though.
I know, because he can't go back to WWE because whatever.
He lied.
Yeah.
No,
my
but he
attitude
did
era.
go back for Raw 25.
Yeah, around 25.
But yeah, it's like
In my
I
attitude era,
see it.
she lost his name.
I see it, and maybe this will be like a kick in the butt because AEW. This will probably be a kick in the butt for WWE, where it's like now they have to step up their content more.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
They also have to do SmackDown for Fox Sports.
Yeah. And we'll see what the changes Fox want them to make with that is, if it's even true that they want them to make changes.
Yeah.
But still, what was the thing for like 1.4 billion over how many years or some shit?
Unless Vince.
They said they wanted 3 million viewers per episode.
Unless they have to give them the NXT format.
NXT.
That's the only way I see them getting over.
Yeah, but that would also involve them needing NXT crowds, which means you would have to for the most part, they need to stay in the Northeast or Chicago when they travel.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't leave.
Not go to fucking Corpus Christi and shit.
Yeah.
Corpus Christi. Or what was it? What was it, Pittsburgh? With the
Yo, that shit was annoying as fuck, son.
Why wasn't that fuck shit of the year?
I forgot about it.
Right, yeah.
Yo, I completely forgot about that shit. That shit might have won. I don't know.
That would have been a read.
So I'm gonna read a tweet out, and you're gonna guess who said this in the wrestling.
Dillinger?
In the wrestling world, past and present, or present. Okay, so here we go. Insight for my morning. Boarding a plane this morning and 10 illegals are being flown to Houston, handcuffed, returning to their country. I was talking to the customs agent. Guess who's paying for their plane tickets? You and me. Hashtag I vote for Wall.
Scott Steiner?
Hulk Hogan.
Nope. Those are good guesses though. In terms of, I mean, not for this, but I can see them saying this too.
Wasn't Sting, obviously.
No. She has a Spanish last name. It's a female with a Spanish last name.
Sexy Star?
Because Star is clearly Spanish.
Alina Perez?
No.
Yeah.
She wasn't a wrestler per se.
She wasn't a wrestler.
We literally just talked about her husband, or at least Rex did.
Oh, Catalina Wait.
Nah.
Wait.
Did I just give you the answer?
Damn it. No, I like to guess this real quick.
Starts with a... No.
I want to guess this.
We were just literally talking about her husband?
Yes.
Jesus, I don't know.
She wasn't a wrestler per se.
Wasn't a wrestler per se. Had like 2 matches all time.
Rhea Canellis?
No.
No, God damn it, I wanna... Lillian Garcia.
No.
I just said...
I don't even know who the fuck her husband would be.
One of her matches was against Stephanie McMahon.
Vicky Guerrero.
Vicky Guerrero.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ain't that some shit?
God
Vicky
damn.
Guerrero, January 22nd. Ain't that something? Ain't that a goddamn shame?
Wait, she said really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Ain't that a damn shame?
Isn't she from Mexico?
She's Hispanic. Is she Hispanic?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Guerrero's obviously her.
She don't know how. She didn't know how to fucking speak Spanish, but she's Hispanic.
What are you talking about?
Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah.
For real? They're not.
Yeah, and as soon as I typed in her name on Twitter, I saw Vicky Guerrero's fucking canceled.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
I mean, there's a lot of Hispanics I know that do not.
I think Rex missed the whole quote.
Yeah, no, I'm driving right now and I don't want to.
So Vicky Guerrero tweeted out, "Insight for my morning, boarding a plane this morning, and 10 illegals are being flown to Houston, handcuffed, returning to their country. I was talking to the customs agent. Guess who's paying for their plane tickets? You and me. Hashtag I vote for Wall."
Oh no! The fuck? What's wrong with her?
Fucking yikes.
Shit.
This is thinking like, I mean, I know this is not a political
She
podcast,
is.
but
She
it's like,
is.
bro, it's the privilege of people, because I know black privileged people.
She
that
is.
really
Yeah.
not Other black people would be like, oh, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
bro, stop.
Yikes.
That's crazy.
Let me see this news. Vicky Rose. Okay.
What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, we had 2 big departures from Impact.
Ooh.
Abyss and Sanjay Dutt.
Abyss was still there.
Yeah.
Nigga.
They just lost to Eli.
Abyss is a TNA lifer, nigga.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was still there. Like, damn.
But there's a rumor that they might be heading to WWE. I'm assuming.
Abyss had in the WWE?
Yeah, I'm assuming maybe.
Nigga, it's like 10 years too
Yeah.
late, son.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that nigga's old as hell right now, bro.
Unless they just
Okay.
have him at the PC.
I can see her trying. I can see her Twitter now trying to like defend what she showed.
Nigga, I
Nah.
remember him saying, like, back in the day on podcasts and shit, like, they had plans of trying to sign him to WWE, and he was supposed to come in and face The Undertaker at WrestleMania, son.
He got offered a deal in 2006.
That would have been lit.
Hmm. And then Sanjay was offered a role in 2017 to be in the PC, but he said no. I
He
guess a lot's
probably
changed.
still wanted to wrestle.
And some people
Yeah.
understand that, like, WWE is not your only option. You know what I mean? Like, some people understand that. And it's like, some people understand that, like, it's like, yeah, you get that mainstreamness, but, like, there's so many options now when it comes to wrestling. Not saying that there weren't back in the day, but it's still, like, so many options that you have to choose from.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, there's nowhere. I think Seth Rollins. Wait,
It's just like with Cody Rhodes, bro. Cody Rhodes could have been like, yeah, I wanted to go back to WWE, but bro, even him, he's having fun. And you can
nah. I remember a clip from. I remember an audio clip from like Seth Rollins. He had an interview with, I think it was Jericho or Stone Cold or something like that. And he says the way the locker room is, everybody kind of supports each other, but you can't be, like, for example, in the 90s, there was options to go. So you can be a dick in one company and like flee to go to WCW and like be hated in another company. That's hard. Cause like, where to really go? Do people really want to go to ROH? I mean, don't get me wrong, you still getting the paycheck. WWE is really where the money is. And some people aren't fully willing to go to Japan because the only big time option compared to WWE, the only direct comparison to WWE is New Japan.
No, I get what you're saying, but I think it's like, it's not always about the money, but I think it's more so the fact that for them to understand and get that flexibility. Because like, I don't know the whole technicalities of it, because of course WWE, you're like, that's 365. You're there all the time. So
I'll say this. Maybe for a male wrestler, there's somewhere to go as far as like on a big stage, but for female wrestlers, there's no really else to go unless you go to Japan. Unless you go to Japan.
New Japan doesn't have female wrestlers.
Yeah, they don't. They just have stardom, and I don't think like most of those girls can just. You know what I mean?
I'm not even listening. This nigga, my homie said, he said for female wrestlers is porn up. I'm not even
Damn.
Boy, do I have the organization for him to watch.
Oh, AVW fuck down.
AEW fuck down.
Oh my god.
No, tell your boy in Japan there used to be. Okay, so there used to be a wrestling promotion. I don't even want to call it that, but I'll do it anyway. There was a wrestling promotion in Japan that it started with a match, and after the match, they just start fucking in the ring with a live audience.
Whoa! I'm bamboozled right now. What is that?
Yeah, and people bought tickets to see this.
What is this shit called?
AVW fuck down.
That's what?
AVW fuck down.
W fuck down?
Yep.
Oh, nigga. Whoa.
On your spare time, just go to X videos. They got the whole season
I
there.
want
It's
to do
fucking-
that. I'm contemplating right now. So like,
I mean, not while you're driving, of course.
Yo, warning, yo. Sometimes it get kind of weird in there, yo.
Yeah, it gets it's weird.
yo, man, you got this nigga dying right now. Bro. Like, this nigga's crying right now, bro.
I'm not lying. It exists.
I didn't
On
know
your
that.
on your spare time.
I know
On your
all
spare
them
time,
people.
just do a quick incognito search on.
Nah, fuck that, nigga. I don't hide shit. I understand.
What else can I? We gotta end. We're almost going. We're in 2 hours, right?
Man, they're eating the night, nigga. Niggas stay on deck right now.
What else can? Oh yeah, I want to talk about this. I guess we could just end it with this. WWE is partnering with New Era to make some hats. I'm excited. Yeah, they started a partnership, and in April we're gonna start seeing WWE themed New Era caps. So maybe
that means
fit hats.
That mean everybody gonna come out with a fit and shit.
Yeah, I'm
Who they
excited.
go?
So John Cena's just gonna come out like John Cena, huh?
Yeah, John Cena.
I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Like I'm excited.
Why are they so late? Nigga, they're like 20 years late.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I want to see what they come up with.
Still good, but you know, goddamn.
I want to see what they come up with. And I
That
guess-
means they're gonna have hats that lids and shit.
yeah, lids.
Yeah, of course. But it's still kind of crazy because you think about like how long this took, like when they were in the capitalization of like WWF. And I don't know. Well, I don't know if New Era was popping back then. They probably was, but like it's just still kind of crazy.
You
like,
wanted WWE cross Mitchell and Ness.
exactly. You know what I mean? When niggas was rocking jerseys and shit. So yeah.
WWE cross Mesquine.
Yeah, exactly.
WWE cross Fubu.
Cross Fubu.
Cross Fubu.
I mean, they had lugs. They had the lugs commercial, but they never had themed lugs.
Manny, the Fubu with the fat Albert.
Yeah, the fat Albert.
I'm done.
I guess that's it. We like this is a packed show.
Yeah, this was a fact show, man.
So that is it. Well, big events this weekend. We got 3. We got NXT TakeOver Phoenix, which is Saturday. Also Saturday is the finals of the Bellator Heavyweight Grand Prix between Fedor and
Ryan Bader. Ryan the
Bader.
Master Bader.
Who do we got? Quick prediction.
That's all combat.
I want to say Ryan Bader, yo, but like every single time I do that, Fedor like turns back the clock and starts winning, nigga.
For me, it'll be the 24 hours.
I'm gonna double screen because I think NXT and Bellator is gonna go head to head.
Shit.
Yeah, and I don't want to miss Jack Swagger's made debut either.
No, not at all. I would love
I can triple screen it.
Oof.
see,
I guess I could do that too, but I guess
if I can say to the fans, when fucking
Just give me the
gaming-
Bellator link. My bad.
when you got all the screens.
Yeah, all our gaming fans, like, when fucking, like, Evo was going on and shit, my nigga Manny had, like, 4 different screens,
Yeah.
bro. And the shit was so epic, like, nigga, I couldn't contain myself, bro. I feel like I was doing acid, bro. Like, this shit was amazing, bro. Like, but, like, with this, if that's how we're doing this weekend, I'm down, bro.
I like how we can naturally, organically simulate that feeling for you.
Yeah, no, seriously, it was amazing, bro. It's like literally that was my first Evo, and when I met, I'm gonna call them TFCs. I'm not calling them Casey, but like literally when I met
Scrumptious
him,
Steven.
No, that's worse.
No, that's worse. When I explained to him, like, bro, my nigga had like all these different streams. He was amazed himself. He was like, yo, that's amazing. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, come on. So yeah, I'm ecstatic. So I'm ready. But I can't lie. Resident Evil 2 come out this weekend, so I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a little occupied, so yeah.
Nigga, Rex should stream that shit in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am, bro. Everybody kept telling me that. Everybody's like, bro, you should stream Resident Evil.
Oh my god.
So I was playing a little bit of that shit earlier, bro. I took my fucking control at my screen, bro.
Oh my god.
He gonna have fucking Jip trying to sleep in the background, start barking.
Yeah, Jim's gonna be like, nigga. I'm like, yo, Jim, Mr. X just dropped out of nowhere. Mr. X? Who the fuck is that? I'm like,
Tyrant.
She's gonna be like, nigga, that's not what his name was back in the day. I'm like, hey, look, shit done changed.
Everyone calls him Mr. X.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What was the
feel
other?
like it's crazy because it's like you're running in this police department. I feel like I'm getting chased by Brian Pumper. Like, I don't know.
Wow. Interesting.
Nah, that sounds bad.
And all I see is the Pumper there. So I'm like,
Oh
hey,
my
bro,
gosh.
come back.
Do the
You gonna
tyrant
crack an
dance.
egg on my head? Nah, son, pause, bro.
The tyrant
You gotta
dance.
pause that. You gotta pause that, man.
Do the
Pause all
tyrant
that.
dance.
Do the Pumper dance. Like, no.
And of course, Sunday is the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Or as they
Yeah,
say
well, we're
in
gonna
France,
pick
the
numbers
Royale.
where all we get is the person who
Oh,
wins.
yeah, we're gonna do the drawings again,
Yeah.
and we do it twice.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Every year at the Rumble, we go on this website and we just have it choose a number for us, and that's our pick to win the Rumble.
And last year I won it for the men rumble.
Listen,
I got Shinsuke.
See, that made me excited.
Hey man, I won that one year, yo, when I got a fucking Triple H.
Yeah, somehow.
so did you win any money though?
No, nigga. It's just,
Nah, it's just
we win,
it's just
nigga.
bragging rights.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should just pick a number.
you lucky, nigga.
I mean, we don't pick a number. We
I mean,
just
that's how I met you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dave, pick a number.
Dave, pick a number.
Oh man, Dave. Hey, Dave, pick a
I
number.
don't think anybody in this that's listening knows who Gorilla Joe was. When I first met fucking
He means Dave.
I thought he was fucking a guy that we knew back in the day called Gorilla Joe, but he was not. And it's all good, because I'm glad Dave is Dave, because Dave is cool. So yeah, all I gotta
Really,
say is
Dave.
Dave is probably gonna fuck your bitch one day, so y'all better watch out.
What?
So I'm just good at that.
It's like El Generico and Sami Zayn.
You know, I still haven't heard a Gorilla Joe podcast.
Well,
He
I
doesn't
don't
do
know
it
if that's-
much.
I don't
I
think-
think he does it. Yeah, he doesn't do
Do
it.
the episodes still? Are the episodes still up?
Yeah, they're still up. I just
Oh.
don't think he does anything new.
What is he up to?
He's always on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I have no
That's
clue,
mostly
bro.
it,
That used
yeah.
to be my homie.
Aren't you guys like friends with him on Facebook?
I mean, he was a homie, but that nigga's like ghost now, bro.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
But that's it. We had a very long first episode of this new
Yeah,
rebrand. This is good. This is a lot of
I had
topics. Talked about a lot of things. Covered a lot of ground. I like this. I like this. Yeah, exactly. See, that's why. Because we're running out all these times.
I had so much fun, man.
We had a 2-hour gauntlet match. See? Boom. Just like that. Move over, Seth Rollins. We could do this shit too.
Oh, all that move over new stars with the Big Show.
Yeah, move over new stars. Cringe. But yeah, thank you.
Notice he didn't move his own last week. Or probably wasn't.
He showed up in the backstage segment.
Oh,
Talking about his, cool shit.
and I have to win the fucking Royal Rumble because I'm the I'm the moral compass of the WWE. Some shit. I don't fucking know what the hell you talk about now. They ruined his character completely
Yeah,
when they
fucked
turned
him
him
up
up.
completely. Fucked him up completely. But we'll see what happens next week. We talk more about whatever the hell happens in the week of wrestling. We'll cover Bellator, we'll cover NXT TakeOver, we'll cover the Rumble, and of course the week beats. So yeah, thank you for joining us for episode 1
Yeah.
of Running the Gauntlet. We've got a 2-hour gauntlet. That's what we're gonna do every week. We're gonna see how long it takes for us to run all these topics.
Nah,
2
nigga,
hours.
fuck that.
2 hours.
We just
not
gonna
even
go
trying
as
to
long
get
as we go, say.
2
Fuck
hours.
it. See you
But
next
thank you
week.
for joining us. See you next week.
Snap
I
your
don't have a
fingers.
catchphrase to end the show. I
Snap
need to
your
come up-
fingers and make your day disappear. No, that sounds like some suicide shit. Nah.
Yeah. What?
Come on, man. We can't say go ahead and heal someone no more, nigga. Yeah. You got the
Okay, we need
gauntlet.
to work on this part. This is the part I forgot. We'll have something by next.
Nah, nigga. Snap your fingers, make your day disappear.
That's to me. So yeah. See you next time.
Yeah, episode 2, nigga.